Imagine, for the first time ever, award-winning animators and musicians from around the world coming together to bring to life one of the most celebrated books of all time. Experience The Prophet by Kahlil Gibran, like never before. Every chapter, a stunning, visionary journey.
Hi, what we're watching here is a sizzle reel for The Prophet, as she said, a film that we're doing in partnership with Salma Hayek and Participant Media. I'm sure you all know Salma Hayek, the actress. And Participant Media is a film company based in LA behind such films as Syriana, Kite Runner, An Inconvenient Truth, Waiting for Superman. And actually, you can go to the movies today and see two of their films, The Help and Contagion. It's a good time to be in partnership with Participant. Yo-Yo Ma is working on the score for this film, and as you noticed, perhaps we have animators around the world participating. 11 of our directors have either won the Oscar or been nominated for an Oscar. It's a really cool project. It's an international celebration of an inspirational work. But for us, it's more than a movie. It's an idea. What do we mean by this? Every one of us has ideas. We have ideas for books. We have ideas for inventions. We have ideas to save the world, and we have ideas for statues in sexy positions. We have ideas for pizza toppings. Not every idea is a good idea. Much better. Growing up, before I say that, we all know TED is about celebrating the sharing of ideas, ideas that are worth sharing, ideas that we have for ourselves and ideas that we have for others. Personally, growing up, I had ideas for movies. I didn't know how to make a movie, but I had great ideas for movies. And, well, there was one about sock people that lived in a drawer in my bedroom, and I thought that was a really good idea. I'm sure every one of you has a great idea for a movie. Every day, I am approached by someone who has an idea for a movie. They pitch it to me. And usually the idea, though, stops right there because they don't have the resources. They don't know a writer. They don't know George Lucas. They don't have an uncle who has a film studio. They don't know where to begin. And we're here today to show you that actually the challenge is no longer resources. It's about being resourceful. My ideas, your ideas, our ideas, today they can all be empowered by the world around us. Today, we decide when our ideas can arrive in the marketplace. Today, we give ourselves the green light. To show you what we're talking about, right now, right here, before your very eyes, on this very stage, we are going to conceive, develop, pre-produce, produce, post-produce, market, and get international distribution for a movie in 18 minutes. 14 minutes. Okay, so what we need to do is get rolling. I'd like to introduce you to our crew. On drums, we have on design, we have Eric Porter. Eric Porter, all right. Go to the live feed, big screen. All right, and in the middle here we have Steve Dwyer, who's writing social for us and doing social outreach, and Mike Comstock, our editor extraordinaire, who's also our unofficial timekeeper.
Well, we asked some people for ideas last week, but I don't know, Ron, can we get someone else with an idea in here?
Well, because this is about crowdsourcing,
I have an idea.
We think you guys need to get involved. So, don't worry about putting up your hand, but we want you to put up your hands. We're not going to have you pitch your movie to the crowd, but we want to know who in here has an idea for a movie. See a few over here.
All right, come on up.
All right, now we've got Sean, our crew is going to be looking for you if you have an idea for a movie. Just slip out a little bit. You're only going to miss a minute or two, but we need a couple of you to go work with Sean, okay? Traditionally, the movie structure, the phases of making a film look like this. Each one of these topics we could talk about for an entire semester. Today it's changing. The playing field is being leveled. Studios today are getting a little bit nervous because their industry is being disrupted at a rate that's faster than they can deal with. Disrupted how? Their revenue streams are changing. Physical media sales are way down. That's DVD, VHS we know has been dead. All the disc systems are going down. Streaming is going up. As streaming goes up, they have to figure out how to monetize this new revenue stream. It's been tough for them. International box office is taking off, while domestic box office is shrinking. Audiences are fragmenting. Niche is where it's at. Technology is becoming far more affordable. Where the studios used to be the gatekeepers to our ideas, as they would meet the world, right now they have competition. Where we used to need the studios to make our ideas reach the world, there are truly viable paths to success for those of us who are resourceful. What we think this should look like now is this. Very simply, you have an idea.
Tweeted for you.
You have an idea, you figure out how to make it, you make it, and you show it. What is it?
I'll take that. So, thinking about ideas, is a movie made with cast and crew all in one place? When you need video, you need audio, you need script to make a movie, but what if you could go out to the community and have them contribute sources of content? So let's take a look over here. When we went out last week, we asked people from the community, our friends and family, to contribute ideas for movies. And we said, give us something 30 seconds to 2 minutes in length so we'd have something to work with. And as we go forward, we think about the idea if you could go out to the audience and connect and ask people to contribute things and sort of crowdsource content. Is that possible as an idea for a movie? Well, this is Life in a Day, and Ridley Scott and YouTube and others put this together. It came out this year. They asked people all around the world to submit ideas or content from July 24th, 2010. And they got 80,000 submissions, and they got 4,500 hours of footage. And you think that's a really amazingly large number, but in context, it's no different from what we're doing here. And so we got a number of different submissions there, ideas, and we asked our audience to contribute those things. So think about that. Is a movie defined by the size of the audience? Really big movies, they're defined by going out at a broad audience, and they create broad concepts. Just let's go. It's a comedy. It's action and adventure. But today things are a little different, and of course, the people have all sorts of ideas. This is all sorts of subgenres of movies, and people want those. And the internet has actually allowed us to go and seek out and desire those things. So the interesting part is that every idea has an audience, and with over 200 million people in the United States consistently using Facebook, every audience can be found, and so that's an exciting thing to think about. You can find your space there. So as we look and we think about setting up for our movie, we've got 8 minutes. Over here we have Steve, and he's setting up our Facebook page. So in a couple minutes, I think he'll be getting those things kind of started. Maybe you'll start doing some tweeting and start to share things. And, marketing your movie starts really anytime. So as we think about this, well, if you guys want to like our movie, why don't you help us out here? I think we can go forward here. And if you have your phone out and you want to surf, go to facebook.com, Ideas for Movies, or like us on Twitter at Ideas for Movies. And we'll share more things with you about our movie. If we had more time, we might even get some feedback from you and work on our film together and all those kind of things. Is a movie defined by its length? Well, this is Film Minute. These are minute-long films. This is 5-second films. Is a movie defined by production technology? Well, people use really expensive things to make films, but they also can use things that you may already own. This is Girl Walks Into a Bar. It's a full motion-length picture. It was made for to be shown on the web on YouTube, and it was done with a Canon digital camera like you may already own. Magic Pictures this year got a lot of people talking when they started to make not only film, but also edit movies on an iPad, an iPhone, and iPod. So think about these new kinds of devices and just, what do you need? Is a movie defined by the budget? Of course, there are movies that are millions and millions and millions of dollars, and there are movies that are done with almost no money at all. The thing that's really cool now, for any size budget, when you're working on bringing your idea to life, there are crowdsourcing and crowdfunding. So this is Kickstarter. I saw this about 2 years ago, and I was blown away by it, and I'm still blown away because of the power to bring people together. And so the way it works is this. You put your project together. You put up a site on there. You might say you need this amount of money in this amount of time. And in that space between, you ask people to contribute. If someone gives $10, you may get a call from the director. Hey, nice, thanks you. If you ask for, if you get $500, maybe you can be on the set. So this has really worked out. We've had every day 80 projects are added. Every week $1 million is pledged by real people. Since they launched this site in April 2009, $32 million of money has been contributed to film projects of any idea that you may have. Is a movie just what you see and hear? Or is it more? As we think about the world changing and about the entire experience, we talk about technology, we talk about movies, we talk about social activities. All this stuff has come together and it's not going to stop. So what really needs to change is our ideas about entertainment and about movies and what we think of them. You can put together things that are pretty interesting and exciting, but all of the tools that are available to big movies with big budgets are available to us as well. And so let's take a look. Eric, I hope you're working on some stuff for the site. We got to launch our movie pretty soon. Okay, hey, all right. What? Okay, no. So, all right. So Eric's got the site running now. Ideas for movies. That's cool. And what? So, movie concept randomizer. That's pretty cool for ideas for movies there. Yeah, we need some more things in there. I think we could probably do that. So Eric's making a site. He's going to we can put in our Facebook things, our Twitter things there. You can think about other things you can do with your audience. There's a whole host of things and ways you can connect with them and bring, maybe you have a contest that you run on there. Maybe you share pictures behind the scenes and ask people to come to certain places you're filming. There's all sorts of things that can go on there. Is a movie defined by where you see it? We know that you can watch things in a theater still. You know that you can watch them at home, beautiful TVs. We know you can watch films on different kinds of devices. So we're kind of comfortable with that idea. But what's interesting is as people start to use these mobile devices, they're not necessarily getting social together. And there's some new ways. This is Oyala. Earlier this week, on Monday, they launched a social platform that brings high-definition videos to Facebook. But not only can you watch a video, all of you and your friends can get together at the same time and watch them wherever you are in synchronicity, and you can chat with each other and do that. So when you think about bringing your idea out to the space, you can realize that with technology like this, how else could people participate and bring your idea to life? You think about, could I have, the movie industry, the theaters are declining, obviously, in the same reasons, but what if you could actually show your movie in any theater in the country on any given day? Well, right now, as we speak, all of the movie theaters are switching over to digital. So the millions of dollars spent in making these giant reels of film and shipping them around the country to different theaters is all going to go away. And as simple as it is to send a file to a friend, you can send a movie to a theater. So you will be able to watch your movie anywhere you want to watch it. When does the movie end? God, I hope it ends pretty soon. So when you think about the length of a movie, we know that we see trailers before production, and they're showing us different kind of content. And we know that we have sequels and we have different remakes and things. Can we go differently in the world with movies and really think about what if a movie didn't have to end, and what if it could change easily? As we switch over and have Mike look at some things here, so we got Mike up here. Francis Ford Coppola is working on a new movie called Twixt, and he said the other day that he's going to bring Twixt to the theaters with himself, and as the director, he's going to live edit the movie and with a live orchestra, and he's going to react to the audience and cut things different together, that he's got different lengths of scenes. So we can think about that, and we think about when you're able to cut movies in different ways, and it's all digital, could you do things like that? Justin Bieber. Now, I honestly, I didn't see this movie. I hear it's really good. Justin Bieber's movie, Never Say Never. It opened on February 11th this year. On February 24th, they launched the director's fan cut. And in the 2-week time in between, the director went out on Facebook and Twitter to a huge fan base, obviously a very young and connected fan base, and got ideas and suggestions. They cut 30 minutes from the film. They added 40 new minutes of footage to that film. What's a film? When does it end? What if films just continued forever and changed? And what if audiences help participate in that process? Pretty neat, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, what if movies watched you? So, really, that example of Francis Ford Coppola is kind of an idea where movies, there's a human element to that. And what if I could change those in real time? But we have a lot of people getting cameras connected to their computers and to other kinds of devices. And when you start to think about it, with facial recognition, with cameras always on, with digital content, with people uploading all sorts of social preferences and things like that, how long before maybe we don't need a director? And maybe movies can watch you as you're watching them, and the story could unfold differently. So that's something to think about.
So when at the beginning we said The Prophet was a movie, but it was more than a movie, this is a little bit of what we were talking about. A lot of the ideas that we're sharing here today and servicing are ideas that we're going to embrace as we bring that project to the world. And maybe now, we hope you can see that there are powerful forces behind an idea that becomes a movie, and a movie that becomes an idea. With that, Mike, are we ready to show the world premiere of the movie we created?
My name is Rebecca, and I have a movie idea.
Hi, my name is Jake, and I have an idea for a movie.
I'm Darren, and this is my movie idea.
Do I say my idea?
So I have this idea for a movie. Alright, my idea is a short animated story.
My idea is about DNA researching.
It's sort of like The Breakfast Club.
The movie is called Action.
Based on 3 or 4 different people. He is trying to find the murderer of his wife.
2 main characters, kind of in a cliche romance.
A spin-off of the traditional Cinderella story.
There's a gigantic war going on in this futuristic city.
You can actually go to ideasformovie.com, ideasformovies.com, and you can watch the full film, and that is how you get international distribution.